Hey guys, it's Ann, and I have a little dilemma today. I am hosting Thanksgiving, but I am all decorated for Christmas. And I don't want my Thanksgiving table to look just like my Christmas table will. So why don't you come over with me to my tavern and I'll show you how I'm going to work it all out so that my Thanksgiving tablescape looks good with my Christmas decorations, but still looks appropriate for Thanksgiving. Stay tuned. I honestly can't think of any more beautiful, perfect place to have a Thanksgiving dinner than in front of that big fire in my tavern. I can almost see the pilgrims cooking over it, can't you? It's just so beautiful. I love this room. The browns and the woven fabrics really lend itself to Thanksgiving. The lanterns and the candles. Everything is just cozy and warm and wonderful. And check out these sock forms I picked up the other day. Aren't they the coolest things? I just love them. They're so primitive and they bring the wood into the room. I've been trying to bring a little more wood into the room to coordinate with this part of the bar so that it's warmer. And everything is just all set up. The only thing I have to do is work on the Thanksgiving table. So that's what we're going to work on today. But the thing is, the table has to coordinate with the rest of the room, but we don't want it to look too Christmassy, not at Thanksgiving. So I'm starting with my woven tablecloth, and I love this thing. It's really cool. I use it all the time. It either gets draped over furniture or it gets used as a tablecloth or even a bedspread. The thing is, they're really expensive and you don't want people to spill on them. So what I'm doing is starting with charger plates. And I picked these charger plates up at Dollar Tree for $1. They're a lot thicker than the ones they normally have, and they look like copper. They're really great. I loved them. I mean, for $1, they're a fantastic charger plate. So we're starting with that, and that's already starting to give me a nice warm Thanksgiving feeling, even in the midst of my Christmas lights. You'll see I already have in the middle of the table, I have some holly picks and some IKEA lanterns along with some pine cones. And I like them. What I like about them is it doesn't give you a big block to the people on the other side of the table, but they are feeling kind of Christmassy, so I don't think they're going to be able to stay, but I'm going to leave them there for now as I start to build the rest of the table. Now, in a perfect world, my plates would be a nice stoneware, magnolia look. I think that they'd be chunky and fun. They'd look really good for Thanksgiving and really good in a tavern. But right now, I'm not living in a perfect world. I spent a lot of money on Christmas decorations, and so I'm not going to buy some plates for a Thanksgiving dinner. So I'm going to have to use what I have. So I've decided to go ahead and use something that has sentimental value to me. These are plates that I actually thrifted for $1 a piece, but they look just like the same pattern that my aunt, my late aunt, had and used for her whole life. And since I spent so many Thanksgivings with them, those are what I'm going to use for Thanksgiving this year. Next, check out these really great glasses. I love these glasses, but I only have 4 of them, and unfortunately the store went out of business, so I'm not able to get any more. But I think they're perfect for a Thanksgiving setup. I love brown at Thanksgiving, and I even have a picture to match. So what I'm doing is I'm pairing them with these glasses that I picked up, I think quite a few years ago at Target, and then I thrifted some. And I'm going to put 4 of these glasses on the table and 4 of the other glasses on the table. And I think that the amber tones are going to match each other and look really nice and warm for a Thanksgiving table. After all, I kind of like to match the turkey, right? But now I have a problem. The glasses are pretty much the same height as the IKEA lanterns, and I'm not liking how that green ivy looks there now that everything is so brown and earth toned. So it's gonna have to go. And we're putting lanterns on the table, but big ones. I have these lanterns that I picked up at Hobby Lobby this year. I think they're really perfect. And then this nice, big, cool, antique, vintage looking lantern that I think looks so good in the middle of the table. I could have a problem. It could start blocking some people, you know, because it's that black is right where people are going to want to look at each other. So at some point I may have to pick it up off the table. But if I'm going to have a lot of food on the table, that will be fine. The food will look pretty. We can replace that lantern with a turkey. And in the meantime, it's going to look really pretty on the table. When people come and sit down, it's going to look nice. I think it pairs really well with those plates. So now my next step is, what do I use for napkins? And what do I use on top of those plates? You kind of still need something. That looks kind of plain and bare. So I'm going to have to go search around for something else. Oh, here we go. So I have this pewter and I have these bowls, and these bowls are actually a complimentary set. This is harvest time, and it matches pretty well with my plates. And then I have these pewter plates, but I don't have enough of anything. I don't have enough bowls that match. I don't have enough plates that match. So I'm going to start mixing and matching things, and that's okay. You can do that as long as you have a lot of the same style or the same type of thing. You can mix and match, and this pewter is working for me because it's more chunky. It goes with the silverware, it goes with the chunky nature of the charger plate, and then my china is more delicate. And so I'm trying to bring in more of a chunky look because I've got those chunky glasses and the lanterns are chunky. My tavern is a little more rustic. So I've got to kind of figure out a way to bring a little more bulk into my table settings. So I brought some wood in here, some of those cutting boards. I use them as trivets, and it's just going to bring a little more earthy chunkiness into the table, and setting them up so that I can put hot dishes on them. I think that's bringing something in. And then I brought another trivet back under that lantern. I really like the way that block of wood looks under the lantern. And the great thing is, when we move the lantern so that we can have conversation, it's a great place to put a hot dish. So I think that this is working, bringing more chunk into the table setting. In the end, I ended up with paper napkins. After a long search, I couldn't find any cloth napkins I liked. I decided against the bowls and to really play off the chunkiness of the pewter and just bring in a fake succulent from the Dollar Tree that I picked up last spring. And I think it works. It's also bringing the green in from the holly and the garland on the mantle, and a little bit of the Christmas theme, still keeping with Thanksgiving. So it's working for me. I hope that you and your family have a really great Thanksgiving. The holidays can be hard on us when we're missing people that we love. I know that I'm going to be missing my sister a lot this year, but they're always here in our hearts, and they're here with us. So blessings to all of you. Bye-bye.